You're hosting it along with Tabitha Taylor, the city councilwoman, and Tammy Phelps, the
Yes,
state representative, correct?
that's correct. And the three of us are mothers. Um, we believe that prayer changes things, people, and circumstances. Councilwoman Taylor, State Representative Phelps, and I have often prayed together. Why are we doing this? To build hope in our community. I believe that hope is lost right now. And as I said in the beginning, this is a fight that we're all in collectively. And we're willing to try whatever sticks on the wall at this point. We need peace in our community, and we believe where two or more are gathered in his name, there he shall also be in the midst of us. Grandmothers should not be running from gunfire in their gardens. Those hands are what many of us stand on today. Mothers should not be raising. Mothers should be raising their children, not burying their children. And maybe if these cries are heard publicly, they'll hear their mother's voices when situations arise, and perhaps they'll stop and think before taking matters into their own hands. We believe that there's strength in numbers. And if I can put 1,000 to flight and 10 can put 100,000 to flight, then what happens when 100 women can come together and pray?
Stormy, you and I, we could have a disagreement. We could get in a fight. You and I are not going to pull guns or hit each other. What is the root? Why are some people turning to violence, and that's their go-to when they have disputes?
I do not believe that none of us have the answer to that, Aaron. I think that that's one of the uncertainties that none of us can, describe at this point, because there are so many answers that are out there. So many people point to certain things that are the underlying cause, but we don't know. And until we get to that point, we will have to start somewhere. But doing nothing is definitely not an option.
Ms. Stormy,
we have to do something.
Excuse me, ma'am. You said a couple of seconds ago that you've seen that a lot of people, maybe a lot of people in the community have lost hope. My question is,
yes,
what have they said to you that you would draw that conclusion? And when that happens, when you're talking to folks who have lost hope, what do you say to them?
Wow, that's a very broad conversation. What I hear from people who has lost hope is that they don't know what's next for Shreveport. What's going to happen if, we continue to go down this road of burying children and being afraid to go to the grocery store, being afraid to sit in the front rooms of your homes because it could be riddled with bullets, and what do I say to them at that time? I say to them that I understand your concerns. We're doing everything that we can, but there is room for improvement. We need more. We need to come together. The public needs to see us standing as one. We are three entities represented on today, and I do not believe that we have fully worked together in producing the right amount of law enforcement in these hotspot areas.
I know you don't want to talk about this, but I'm going to ask you because it's hitting close to home for me. When we talk about lost hope, in my circle of people in my life, the folks that have lost hope, I've got 2 friends left now in Shreveport. The rest of my friend group has moved to Bossier, to Benton, to Stonewall, to Mooringsport, to Blanchard. I could keep going. Those folks lost hope in our city, and they had the means to leave. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that don't, and they're staying, and they're still seeing the same old, same old. Is there any big, broad answer that you hope others can help with? Because we're losing a lot of our people that are great Shreveport residents.
Erin, you understand. As a woman, you understand exactly what that is. And that is not a comfortable conversation for a lot of us, because you said the key thing, they have the means to leave. Mm-hmm. When those who are stuck in the inner city and don't have a choice, this is all they have, is to be surrounded by the things that are harming their community, their children, and they have to stay. So what do you do for those people? You go to extreme measures, because extreme circumstances has already taken root. So what do? You make sure that you provide those necessary resources in those areas. And I believe that's where we're lacking.
Ms. Stormy, we've got just about a minute left. If you would take that time and review for us your event a little bit later today, where it's going to be, who's going to be there, just in case somebody missed it starting off the conversation.
Yes, it's going to be at Government Plaza today at 5:15 p.m. on the steps of Government Plaza. We will be practicing social distancing, wearing masks. It is an outside event, so be prepared with water. We'll have some water there. Dress cool, and we want to let the public know that we're not giving up on Shreveport, Caddo, Louisiana. We love this place. We want the whole community to prosper and not be harmed.